Welcome, it's Tami here from Introspect. Today I'm bringing you the topic of the third eye chakra. So this is part of the chakra series, and today we're talking about the third eye. So the third eye is the sixth chakra. It is located between the eyebrows. Some people feel like it is in the forehead, but it is actually in between the eyebrows. So it is connected to the pineal gland, which the pineal gland is in charge of our circadian rhythm, so our sleep and wake times. It's associated with dimensions and the spiritual realms, or the realm of spirits. And it is the all-seeing eye. So the mantra is, I see. It is our connectedness to our inner peace, into our intuition and our inner visions. So when we're working with the third eye, we can work with the color. So the color is indigo. So through the color, we can work with foods that are like purple foods, or we can work with clothing that is indigo. We can work with different crystals. So when we're wanting to get it into balance or activate it, we can use these crystals. So sometimes when I meditate, I actually put a crystal here or rub an essential oil there as well. Both are very helpful. So the crystals that we can use are lapis lazuli, amethyst, sodalite, and blue adventurine. The oils: frankincense, jasmine, lavender, rosemary, pine, and sandalwood. First of all, I'm going to talk about what you might be experiencing if your third eye is unbalanced, either underactive or overactive, what it will be like, what you'll be experiencing if it's balanced, and how we can bring it into balance if you are experiencing any of the unbalanced things. So unbalanced, you might be feeling self-doubt, you might have sinus issues, you might have low confidence, eye strain, so maybe you have eye problems, blurry eyesight, unable to see a vision for your future, so just really unable to drop into that. An indulgence in fantasies and illusions, a rejection of spirituality, a lack of clarity, not being able to zoom out and have a higher perspective or a greater perspective, right? So when we can zoom out and have that eagle view on whether it's something that we're experiencing or a certain topic, if we can't zoom out, then we're kind of in this closed, narrow-mindedness. Nightmares, the fear of the truth, a lack of concentration or creativity, depression, anxiety, isolation, headaches, migraines, feeling indecisive, having mental fog, a lack of intuition, a lack of goals, a lack of vision, feeling stuck. And if it's overactive, you might become obsessed with psychic experiences, or hallucinations or daydreaming. So what this can mean is if our third eye chakra is overactive, we will want to reside in those psychic experiences without grounding that beautiful light in. Yeah, because we're here on this planet, so we have to ground in these experiences and integrate them and embody them even. So when we have a psychic experience, sometimes we can get caught up in that feeling of euphoria and forget to ground it in and to come back into our reality, our 3D that we live in, which is just, like we are meant to be experiencing this, and we can bring in the light as well. Excuse any noise in the background, boats going past and whatnot. Driving boats, boats on wheels. Okay, if your third eye is balanced, then you will be experiencing a beautiful inner peace and inner calm. Your intuition will be, you'll be connected to your intuition, your inner visions, right? Your innate wisdom. You'll trust your intuition. You will have a greater perception of energy and dimensions. Your psychic abilities will be more switched on. So you might be experiencing clairvoyance and clairaudience. Your connection to insight and, yeah, as I say, wisdom. So, and this might not necessarily be coming from anywhere other than from your intuition, your innate abilities. You might feel motivated to have inspiration and creativity. Going beyond the physical, so allowing yourself to tap into all that is, that unity consciousness, that the spiritual realms, the spirit realms, right? The different dimensions. Visions can be dreamlike, or they can be cryptic, or they can be cloudy. So some visions might come through, when I say cryptic, like you might not quite understand what is being shown to you through a vision, but then as your day or your week or your month progresses and you have synchronicities, or it might start to make sense. But we have to have enough self-awareness and reflection and contemplation time in order for all of this to all of the puzzle pieces to be put together, so to speak. Or your visions might be extremely clear and play out like a movie. So when I'm doing healing work and I'm tapping into my intuition, I always do this with my eyes closed, and sometimes the visions are really clear, like I can see it all in front of me with my eyes closed, so in my third eye, or it's a deep knowingness, so I don't actually see it, but I know, but there's a knowing of, like an image, if that makes sense. So it doesn't always show itself, like these inner visions and this inner wisdom, it doesn't always show itself how we might expect it to come. And that's why having an open mind is really, really important, so that we are open to all possibilities of the messages coming through. You might be feeling like you are the creator of your reality. So you can imagine something, you can visualize something, and then you can see it manifest in your physical reality. So I've used this for like getting jobs, right? So visualizing, like shaking hands and saying thank you for the job, and then actually getting the job. So sports people use this all the time, like they visualize the win and then they win. I used it for childbirth, like visualizing this child coming into the world and everything being perfect, not needing to take medication or drugs. And so it was, So being the creator of your reality, trusting. Trust is huge, right? Because when we are tapping into our intuition, especially when we're learning how to tap into our intuition after it being so repressed for so long, it takes a lot of trust. And the more that we trust the intuitive hits, as in take aligned action on those intuitive hits, the more that trust will build. Your imagination. So our imagination essentially is our intuition. So when we shut down our imagination, we shut down our intuition. So if we can bring in new hobbies or new experiences that are going to create us to use our imagination, it will start to bring in more intuition as well. You feel focused and motivated. So if you are feeling anything on the unbalanced side of things, here's some things that we can do to bring your third eye chakra back into balance. Okay, so meditating in nature. Nature is so powerful for pulling us into the present moment, sun gazing. So sun gazing stimulates the pineal gland, which is the connection to the third eye. 1 hour after sunrise and 1 hour before sunset is the optimal time to sun gaze, because it's lower UVs, so it's safe for your eyes. Screen detox is really, really important. So detoxing from your screens, from EMF, electromagnetic fields, and connecting to nature more, really, because when we're in even social medias, or we're on our screens all the time, I don't know if you notice, but your energy changes. And so really having enough self-awareness and noticing the subtle energy shifts in your body, knowing when it's right for you to now have a bit of a screen detox, get out in nature, do some breathing or meditating, and actually coming back into who you truly are, disconnecting from all of the energies that are in that screen, right? So candle gazing meditation is another beautiful way to bring us into our pineal gland and activate the third eye. So this takes patience and self-confidence. It balances the left and right brains, so the two hemispheres. It calms the anxious mind. And another thing to do that also balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain is alternate nostril breathing. It not only infuses the body with oxygen, it enhances your ability to concentrate, it releases toxins, it balances the masculine and feminine energies, it balances hormones, it balances the brain. It's amazing, rejuvenates the nervous system as well. So all of these things are going to help bring your third eye into balance. Using Reiki. So this is something that I do. It's a beautiful foundation for bringing chakras into balance. I am statements related to insight, awareness, and intuition. So I am connected to my higher power. I am connected to divine source energy. I trust in my intuition. So these are statements that are calling forth what we're wanting to create. Avoiding alcohol and tobacco. These things calcify the pineal gland. And I'm going to talk about more things that calcify the pineal gland. But eating pineapple can help to decalcify the pineal gland. So just, pineapple as a fruit. Avoiding fluoride. So avoiding fluoride in the water and in your toothpaste. And you can find fluoride in tea. So black tea, white tea, and green tea, which I just learned, which is kind of crazy. So the calcification of the pineal gland. Another thing actually that I wanted to say, because the third eye is like a vortex and it spins in a clockwise direction coming out the front, it also comes out the back. So it's also connected to the occipital ridge, which is that curve of the skull there. So this is another place that we use Reiki on that's really, really powerful for connecting into your intuition and getting the balance happening in your third eye chakra. Okay, so the calcification of your pineal gland can be due to fluoride, phosphorus, and calcium deposits, which build up with age, and generally by the age of 18 our pineal glands are calcified, which is pretty shit. Our pineal can also be suppressed by electromagnetic fields, so thinking mobile phones, wireless devices. Like if you think about all of the things that are in your house that are potentially suppressing your third eye, and have some time, like even at night, like switch everything off. Don't charge your phone next to your bed, like get an old school alarm clock if you have to, whatever, just wake up with the sun if you can, if that's a luxury for you. Having a calcified pineal gland can result in these things. envy, delusions, pessimism, depression, overanalyzing. Okay, so like 90% of humans overanalyze everything, right? So neurological disorders, confusion, jealousy, paranoia, anxiety, and an impaired perception of reality, which to me would be like distortions of experiences, and actually that can probably come from trauma as well. So yeah, that's the things that can be created from having a calcified pineal gland. So signs that it's opening. Okay, so we've talked about how we can bring it into balance using the color, the indigo color, using the crystals, using the essential oils, also using eating foods, so purple foods like blueberries, eggplant, fig, plums, prunes, purple potatoes, anything purple, wearing the color purple, even doing a candle meditation with a purple candle, bringing purple flowers into the home, lavender, really connecting to all of the purple things to activate here. And then we may start experiencing signs that she's opening. So our decisions might start to become clearer. Yeah, we'll have that clarity. You might feel a pressure or a pulsing like a heartbeat in here. Quite often when I have noticed when our planet is being hit by a lot of solar flares and the CMEs and, all of this light that is hitting our planet. We're currently going through massive upgrades. And sometimes when the energies are really intense, whether it's around a full moon or an eclipse, I'll feel a pulsing in my third eye and my crown. So understanding that these frequencies are coming in, and these are times when it's really important for us to ground it down into Mother Earth. Feeling connected to everything, so feeling connected to nature, feeling connected, and actually having gratitude. Like that's something else that I've really experienced, like gratitude to the point of crying, when you just feel so connected to everything. Meaningful synchronicities. So again, when we start to trust our intuition and we take note of the synchronicities, we're building that trust, we're opening the third eye. You might become sensitive to energies. So this is where we need to bring in discernment, because if we are feeling quite sensitive around a certain energy, a person, a location, a place, then, just taking note, and does that feel good in your energy, or do you feel quite sensitive to it, and do you need to remove yourself from it? Dreams becoming vivid, consciousness around your diet. So you might start to want to eat differently. You might want to cut things out of your diet. Things like alcohol, caffeine, dairy, gluten, things that are heavy, a heavier vibration. So you might notice an increase in your energy healing capabilities. So if you are an energy healer, or you're just tapping into that place, or maybe that's not even been on your radar, but you're starting to notice that you have these abilities. And so just really noticing, like for me, like Reiki was a beautiful foundation. And then as I have started to awaken all of my senses, including my chakras, my healing capabilities have evolved. And so there's a lot of trust involved in that, letting go of the labels of, I studied this and that, and I've got this certificate on my wall, which is really not where we're heading in this new earth frequency of trusting in our capabilities, trusting into our intuition, and trusting in our innate guidance, which comes from within here. And the more that we can trust that, and we really need to understand that we're not going to have any room for bullshitting or wearing masks or the facade, you know, like if we can feel energy, if we can notice the subtle shifts in energy, if we trust in our innate abilities, then we'll be able to call bullshit on any lies. You know, lies have a frequency, fakeness has a frequency. Even AI you will know if something's authentic or if it is produced by a deadness. So discernment and knowing what our energy is our most powerful way forward, so that we can trust in our innate abilities. Colors may seem brighter, auras can be seen. So another thing that I've tapped into when I first started doing energy healing was sitting in nature and staring at trees and being able to see auras around the trees. And sometimes I can see like an energy field around humans. I haven't been able to tap into auras as in the colors yet, but something that I'm practicing and working on. And increased intuition. So as I said, you know, like the more that we activate these centers, the more connected to our intuition and our capabilities we are going to become. So I hope that this has helped. Please like, comment, share. This is a part of a chakra series, so you'll find the other videos for all 7 of the chakras on YouTube and Instagram. And I endeavor to do the chakras that are outside of our physical body as well. So we have ones above our head and our earth star below. So watch this space for those ones.